For 42 years, I stood on the other side of the exam table. I was the one reading charts, ordering tests, and telling patients what was happening inside their bodies. Thousands of people walked through my emergency department doors. Many of them were in their 60s and 70s, and most of them were not there because of some dramatic event. They were there because of something quieter, something slower, a body that had gradually, almost silently, started failing them from the inside out. Heavy legs, cold hands, fatigue that sleep could not fix, a mind running through thick fog every single morning. I knew exactly what those symptoms meant. I had a name for all of them. For decades, I handed out advice and sent people home with pamphlets. Then something shifted. I was in my late 60s when I started noticing it myself. Not dramatically, not all at once, just slowly. My legs felt heavier after long days. My circulation, always strong before, started feeling like it was working against me instead of for me. I was doing everything right, drinking water, eating well, staying active, and still feeling like something deeply important was missing from my body. That is when it hit me. I was not just treating aging anymore. I was living it every single day. So I did what any retired surgeon with curiosity does. I started experimenting, not on patients, not in theory, on myself. I tested more than 60 different compounds, powders, and combinations dissolved into plain water over nearly 2 years. Most did absolutely nothing. Some made things worse. A few were a complete waste of money, but only five produced changes I could actually feel. Not gradually over months. Not changes I had to convince myself were real. Genuine, noticeable differences in how my body was circulating blood and delivering oxygen. Here is what most people get completely wrong. They think the problem after 60 is not drinking enough water. That is not actually the root issue. The real problem is that your body's ability to use the water you drink changes as you age. Vessels lose elasticity. Nitric oxide production drops. Circulation becomes less efficient. Even when you do everything right, your body may simply not respond the way it once did, unless you give it the right trigger dissolved in your water. That is exactly what these 5 additions do. They do not replace water. They transform it into something your aging body can actually use properly. Today I am sharing all 5, ranked from least powerful to most powerful. Pay close attention to number 3, because that one surprised me more than anything else. I almost ignored it completely. I set it aside twice during my research before giving it a proper chance. What happened next genuinely shocked me. Before we begin, I want to ask you one thing. How old are you right now? Leave your age in the comments. I read every single one. The first addition is cucumber and mint infusion. I know what you are thinking. This sounds like something from a hotel spa, not serious medicine. That assumption is exactly why most people never try it. And it is exactly why most people are missing out on something genuinely powerful for their circulation. Cucumbers contain a compound called silica, found mostly in the skin. Silica reinforces the connective tissue that supports and lines your blood vessel walls directly. After 60, those vessel walls become thinner and less flexible. Blood has a harder time moving through them. Your heart works harder to compensate for that lost elasticity. A study in the Journal of Nutrition, Health and Aging showed a 12% improvement in arterial flexibility after 12 weeks of increased silica intake. That is a meaningful number. Mint adds something different. It contains rosmarinic acid, a natural vasodilator that signals your blood vessels to relax and widen for easier blood flow. Research in phytomedicine showed rosmarinic acid reduced vascular resistance by 15% in older adults within just 2 weeks. 2 weeks is not a long wait at all. Slice half an organic cucumber thin. Crush 10 mint leaves gently between your fingers. Drop both into filtered water and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes before drinking. Drink 3 full glasses spread throughout the day. Do not rush it all at once. Consistency over 2 weeks is what produces the results you will actually feel. The second addition is lemon and raw ginger water. This combination has been used in traditional medicine for centuries, and modern science has finally confirmed exactly why it works. Most people think vitamin C only fights colds. That dramatically undersells what it actually does deep inside your cardiovascular system every single day. Vitamin C from fresh lemon juice supports the production of nitric oxide, the molecule that tells your blood vessels when to relax and open up properly. Nitric oxide production drops sharply with age. By your late 60s, you are producing far less than you were at 40. That decline explains so many circulatory symptoms. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found adults with higher vitamin C intake had 23% more nitric oxide availability. That gap changes everything about how blood flows. Always use a freshly squeezed lemon. Bottled juice has already lost most of its active vitamin C content sitting on that shelf for weeks or months. Raw ginger contains gingerols and shogalls. These compounds prevent blood platelets from clumping together, which is what makes blood thick, slow, and more dangerous over time. A clinical trial in thrombosis research showed 2 grams of raw ginger daily reduced platelet aggregation by 19% after 8 weeks. Blood simply flowed more smoothly throughout the body. Squeeze 1 full lemon into water. Add thin slices of a 1-inch piece of raw ginger. Let it sit 15 minutes, then drink it first thing on an empty stomach. The third addition is the one I almost missed entirely. Beetroot juice diluted in water. I set this one aside twice because it felt too trendy to take seriously. That was my mistake. When I finally read the actual data carefully, I realized I had been judging the trend rather than reading the science behind it. Beets are the richest natural source of dietary nitrates on Earth. Your body converts those nitrates directly into nitric oxide through a pathway that starts right in your mouth. A landmark study in the journal Hypertension found that 250 milliliters of beetroot juice produced a 20% increase in muscle blood flow within just 3 hours of drinking it. 3 hours. Not weeks. Not months. Your body responds almost immediately when given this concentrated flood of usable nitrates from a simple natural source. A University of Exeter study found older adults who drank beetroot juice daily for 2 weeks showed 16% better exercise endurance purely from improved oxygen delivery through better circulation. Mix 100 milliliters of pure beetroot juice with 300 milliliters of water. Drink it about 2 hours before any physical activity for the strongest nitric oxide conversion effect. Do not be alarmed if your urine turns reddish afterward. That is just betanin, a natural pigment, passing through your system. It is actually a sign things are working. The fourth addition is cayenne pepper warm water tonic. This one sounds intense, but the research behind it is among the most compelling I have ever read for seniors. Cayenne contains capsaicin, the compound responsible for the burning sensation. But capsaicin is also one of the most potent natural vasodilators ever studied in clinical settings. When capsaicin enters your bloodstream, it triggers the rapid expansion of blood vessels throughout your body, including the tiny capillaries in your hands, feet, and legs. A study in clinical nutrition found daily capsaicin consumption improved peripheral blood flow by 26% in 4 weeks. Blood was reaching the extremities far more effectively than before. Research in the British Journal of Clinical Pharmacology found capsaicin increased microcirculation by 31% in older adults. That is the blood flow delivering oxygen directly to your cells. Add just 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne powder to a mug of warm water. Stir well, drink it 30 minutes before breakfast each morning, and feel the gentle warmth spread. After 2 weeks, increase to a 1/4 teaspoon as your tolerance builds. If you take blood-thinning medications, speak with your doctor first before starting this particular tonic. The fifth and most powerful addition is hibiscus flower cold brew. This one earned the top spot because the research results genuinely stunned the scientists who conducted the studies. Dried hibiscus petals contain extraordinarily high concentrations of anthocyanins and polyphenols that work directly on your blood vessel walls in a way nothing else can replicate naturally. A clinical trial in the Journal of Human Hypertension followed adults averaging 65 years old. After 6 weeks of daily hibiscus water, they showed 44% improvement in flow-mediated dilation. That 44% number shocked the researchers. It rivals the effect of certain prescription medications designed specifically to improve vascular health in aging adults. From a simple flower. Another study found hibiscus reduced arterial stiffness by 17% in just 4 weeks. Stiff arteries cannot flex and push blood forward the way younger elastic arteries naturally do. Place 2 tablespoons of dried hibiscus petals into 1 liter of cold filtered water. Do not use hot water. Heat above 70 degrees destroys most of the active anthocyanins. Refrigerate overnight for at least 8 hours. Strain the petals in the morning. Drink the deep red liquid throughout the day across 3 to 4 glasses for sustained benefit. Add a small spoon of raw honey if the tartness is too strong. It will not reduce the effectiveness at all. Find dried hibiscus at any health food or international grocery store. None of these 5 require a prescription. None are expensive. All are backed by real clinical research. Your blood vessels can still recover and improve no matter your age. Start with just one today. Build from there. Because the right thing dissolved in a simple glass of water might be exactly what your body has been quietly waiting for.